Welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Roni, and I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I am not going to be before you long because your girl is going to enjoy her spring break. But I am going to talk to you briefly about a few things that's been going on this week, and we're going to start off with the defamation case with Afro Man. Now, I remember Afro Man from when I was little. He had a song, and it was called Because I Got High. I done something to school because I got high. And I remember that. And what I like is that he's still true to who he is as an artist, because the type of music that he's still making is along those lines. So I would say that as just before, he's just true as an artist. So when he was talking about the police came in and kicked his door in and they was looking for all these illegal things, I'm like, what? And they were suing him about a song that he made called Lemon Pound Cake. And from what I know of him as an artist, I was like, let me go and listen to this song. And it was a good song. And he was like, he was seriously talking about all the things that was going on. But he was like, but the police wanted to put down his Glock for his grandmother's lemon pound cake, and kept showing the snippet of that surveillance over and over again. And that was funny. And I'm like, why are they suing him? Because that man stopped and looked at that cake. Because that officer stopped and looked at that cake, and he was like, should I grab this cake? Can I put this under my arm? He wanted to take that cake. But I'm going to say that I am glad that he won. I saw when he was talking to the crowd of supporters that he had, that he was saying that free speech still reigned. And I think that would have been a travesty for them to award $3.6 million to that police officer for defamation. Well, how did he defame you? You wanted that lemon pound cake. You could see it all over your face, and that cake looked so moist. It looked so moist. So if his grandmother really made that lemon pound cake, oh my God, it looked so moist. It had to be good to look good through a surveillance camera. That's all I'm going to say on that. So let me move forward about the reporting on Kandi and Todd Tucker. Now, since the different reports have been coming out, because I think his name is Gary with the T, reported that they came to a settlement amongst themselves where Kandi would pay Todd $2 million and he would retain the ownership of all the restaurants. He would have primary custody, and she would pay for all the big ticket items and pay him child support. And I know Kandi has came out to say that that wasn't true. We don't know that. And they're saying now that a lot of the bloggers is going to get on the Zoom court hearing about it. I guess they're trying to find out who's telling the truth and who's telling the lie. I'm just going to say it like this. With Kandi and Todd, I don't know if the roles were reversed. I think they're two alpha males. Ooh, Lord. In personality, not in... You know what I'm saying? But I feel kind of like some of this is pettiness and spitefulness from Todd, but also that Todd does love the children. And his oldest daughter, he didn't find out about her until later. And I think that's why that bond might not be there like that. But he's there with those children to watch them grow up, to take their first steps, to say their first words, to be potty trained, to go to their first day of school, and all of those things. And I just think that he feels that it's possessive, and maybe he wants a traditional family per se. But I do see on Kandi's end that Kandi has the bigger, I would say, community, the bigger village to help with the children. And that's where Todd might be lacking. And then a nanny would have to be paid for when there's so much family. But I do hope that they get it together. And along with everybody else, even though it's not my business, I'll be watching to see what's going on, because I cannot see somebody making a statement or somebody reporting on this information and none of it is true. I just cannot see that. But like I said, we'll keep looking. Now I'm going to move on to Clarissa Shields. And I don't think that it's a big deal whether or not she called dude or whatever on Christmas, because obviously, in my opinion, there had to be some type of conversation between her and Papoose before he just went over to spend Christmas. I don't know what the deal was, and they talking about new information that's coming out. I don't know if new information coming out. I don't even know if it's information and that we even really care like that. But until I look at it as, if two people make a commitment to each other, the outside distractions don't matter. And in the words of Finesse 2 Times, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. So whatever problem they got going on or whatever, they're working it out. And people have a lot of negative comments to say about them, and some people have positive. I think sometimes people should just sit back and watch, see what's going on. And I think that she's a younger woman with an older man. And it's some things that he done been there and done that she still have to go through. And it's the same as that she have to have patience with him. He has to have patience with her. So I think that if they're really in love, things will work itself out. But they need to stay off social media. Like, for real. Just stay off social media. And again, congratulations to Afro Man. And I am gone. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.